welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. I actually wish I had a real coffee cup since I'm sitting up in a chair. And I'll explain everything in a second, but I gotta have some sips. Mornings like today, I wish you would have given me the big boba straw. Technically, I don't need the straw, but this cup makes me dribble. Like it's a practical joke cup. So let me tell you what's going on. So, my sister's helped a lot of elderly people while they were ill. And she's learned a lot from nursing homes and from them and from practical experience and from physical therapists and occupational therapists, that type of thing. So when she came in, she said, your room looked bigger before. And I was like, well, before I didn't have a couch. My room looks bigger before because I didn't have a couch in it. But what she was saying, she was concerned that I didn't have enough room on my side of the bed. Jim had more room on his side of the bed, but he technically doesn't. It just appears that way because he's got a smaller nightstand and less stuff. So her concern was like, we should move the bed over this way so that I can have more room over there. But we accommodated all that. And most recently, she was saying, when I start to become more immunocompromised, then she didn't really think it was a good idea for me to sit out in the living room with the amount of secondhand smoke there is out there. And I don't disagree. But she brought it to my attention, you know. So she said, I really wish you could have a chair in here. Like if we could get rid of the couch and put a chair. And I was like, well, I said I really wanted the couch to stay because if I either am in so much pain or I'm so tossy and turny or I'm so like vomitous or whatever, I don't know what's going to happen on this medication. I said, Jim and I would really like to stay in the same room so he can like just sleep on this couch instead, or the bed when he opens it up like a bed. So I really want to have the couch in here. He likes to game on it. It's a good height. He puts a pillow in his back for lumbar support, and it's good. His legs are good. So we really like it for a lot of different reasons. And when I'm actually able to move better and get up and off the couch, I can sit on this couch and get up off this couch. So I can watch TV with him, and we can sit and hang and cuddle and snuggle if we want to, when the time comes. So I asked my sister, I had the 2 benches here, if you guys remember from the room makeover video. We had 2 leather type of black hassocks, ottomans, storage chests, whatever you want to call them. Flip up storage boxes. We got them really inexpensively on a Black Friday sale at Walmart the first year we moved here. And we actually went back, like, it was one of those Black Friday sales that was like on Thanksgiving for the first time. And then Jim and I went back at like 1 o'clock in the morning after the chaos had calmed down a little bit. And we found them that they were still on stock, so we got them. We actually bought one, and then we loved it so much when we brought it home, we went back immediately and got the second one before the sale was over. Anyhow, so they were here. One of them held video game equipment. The other one held linens. So I had suggested that, what if Jim and I switch up the room with our sides and a little bit of our furniture, and it would be better for me. It would make me a little bit more independent. It'll give me more room. I'll have a chair here where right now I can actually put my feet up on the couch. I actually have my left foot up on the couch because I don't really want to suspend my bad knee without support right now. But like eventually I'll be able to, like when I get the pin in it, hopefully, we'll find out today. When I get the pin in it, we'll be able to do that. I just have to move this because it's bothering me. So here's what we did, and I'll just scan you around the room a little bit without actually doing anything. I am in the wingback chair that was in the guest room that previously was in the dining room. Currently, it's just in its natural green form, but I do have a red slip cover that I think we're going to put on it because I would prefer that. What I would really prefer is if I got a black and white check one, but that'd be like, oh, maybe a little overkill. I don't know, maybe. We switched the dressers. So Jim's H cabinet dresser is here. It used to be right where he slept, but now we're going to switch sides of the bed. So I wanted to make it more accessible to him, which is actually, he found it very convenient this morning because he can hang his uniforms in the closet and he's right here and he can get dressed. His shoes are here. Like he was never able to leave his shoes in front of his dresser there because of his bedside. He would always have to come over to my dresser and put his shoes on, which isn't a big deal, but at least he can do it all in one fell swoop. If he forgot anything, he doesn't have to walk around so far and all that stuff. So it actually worked out really well for him this morning. We switched it with my dresser. My dresser is there now. And that's good for me because I can actually sit at the edge of the bed and access my clothes, which is big. I've had people have to get me pajamas for the last, how many months? I can't even tell you. I went one day, the day I had the accident. I tried to take my walker around to get pajamas and I spilled and things and it was a mess. So that's going to be great. We're going to swap the nightstands because I do like my nightstand with the drawers and Jimmy likes his nightstand with the cubby. So we're actually going to swap the nightstands as opposed to just swapping our things. Because in the past, we've always just taken our stuff out and swapped our things as opposed to just moving the furniture. But that's going to help another way as well. It's going to make the side of the bed over there smaller. So I said the only issue, my, not OCD, ADD, I don't know what my brain does, but the bed will no longer be centered on the window, which I will get over eventually. Now that I know that I can sit here and have to look at it all day, I don't know how long it's going to take. But we're going to move the bed over so it's not centered on the window anymore, but I'll have more space. Because space is basically the key. We're going to move my commode here. That was my suggestion. I was like, let's put the commode here. And there's enough room here that even if I needed the larger commode for some reason, we could put the larger commode here. And we were back and forth about like commode, chair, commode. And after sitting in the chair, I can't get my walker by very conveniently, but we haven't moved the bed yet. So I will take that into consideration. The commode isn't as deep as the chair. The chair is really nice and deep and the chair has nice arms to get up from. This chair was actually kind of a little backstory. When I worked at AHRC in the day program, we got this chair as part of like when we opened a new day program, a new hub site is what they were called. And when the self-inspectors came in, which basically there's a group of people who worked for the agency that came in and audited us. When they came in and the back of the chair was ripped and stained, she was like, that's unacceptable. You need to get this replaced. And I was like, okay. So I turned to like my boss and I was like, are we throwing this chair in the garbage like she told us to? She's like, do you want it? And I was like, heck to the yeah, I do. I was like, first of all, I recover furniture, so I could have just fixed it, but that's not acceptable for them because unless you're like professionally, whatever, that's fine. And professionals, the chairs, when they buy their furniture from like this specific catalog that makes furniture that, not all of the time, sometimes they just go to Broy Hill or whatever, but this chair was from a catalog where you get furniture specifically meant for like high use areas or whatever, and they buy them in bulk so they come out cheaper. So it was actually what it's going to be more money to fix this chair than it was to actually buy a new one. So I was fortunate enough to get it. The faux, I guess it's microfiber, but it's not dirty here and there. It's actually worn. Because I tried to clean it before and I just ended up making it more worn. But I don't care because normally I have a slip cover on it, or I have doilies, like old lady doilies that I put on these areas. Okay, so that being said, I got a free chair and I've been kicking it around ever since. It's got a rip and the lining in the bottom, and my cat used to crawl under it. So it's a very sentimental chair for me. And when I first got it, my father loved it. And when his legs went bad, he would actually sleep in this. He asked me to buy him a footstool, and I did. And he customized the footstool to his height that he wanted his feet to be at. And that was where he slept because it was very uncomfortable for him to get in and out of bed. And then eventually we saved up money and bought him a lift chair, which is the kind that just like stands you up. It's a recliner, electric recliner that stands you up. Anyway, that's the story of the chair. So now it's in here now. I'm gonna, hopefully we didn't get rid of the red slipcover because it was one of the things that we were gonna give away because this was just gonna stay in the room with the green furniture. So hopefully we still have that. I know that they're not very expensive on clearance. You can find them a lot on clearance, but I will, I would really like not to have to spend any money. Now, if I was in a better place physically and my craft room, I would, you know, I could make a slipcover, but right now it is what it is. So we were talking about doing it last night, and my sister cleaned the corner. My sister got this chair into the living room and cleaned the corner where the chair was to accept the 2 ottomans. Hopefully I'll be able to take a picture of there. It looks so much better. And I could take a picture of it and insert it. I, of course, because it's my guest room, I want like pillows for the people to sit on. And she's like, no more pillows. And I'm like, okay, so maybe when she leaves, we'll put pillows up there. But maybe I'll actually sneak in pillows for a photograph or something. Yeah. But I like it because we were talking about, like, I said, if we do it in an L shape, then she can almost use it like a chaise and put her feet up and like a reading nook almost, you know? And the little table's still there. It clears the table and everything. So it worked out really nice. So she moved this and she cleared up the area. And then when she was cooking dinner, the beast of husband of mine went ahead and moved both of the ottomans and swapped both of the dressers. He's a rock star. Julie did want to mop underneath that, but I'm like, you know, there's probably nothing to mop under these dressers. They both touch the ground. Neither one of them have well, this one has something under it. I take that back. This one goes completely flat on the ground. And he didn't scratch the floor because, first of all, the way this floor is with the honing, like you still has the honing marks. Who could tell, you know? But I was so happy. I was just like over the moon that he did that. So tonight, he said he would swap the nightstands, but Julie actually said maybe we'll do that today. So she does have a lot of things that she wants to do today, so we'll see. But that being said, I decided to come here this morning. This made me my new favorite vlog place. It is a lot easier for me to sit up in a chair than it is for me to sit up in bed. One of the side effects of the chemotherapy pills will be tiredness, will be fatigue, major fatigue. That's why we're preparing for it. I'm getting a rollator, which is a rolling seated walker, like a rolling walker I got a seat on it. This way, if I do get tired, I can sit and someone can push me. But it still allows me the independence of walking on the days when I feel like I can walk. Because that's really important. My independence is key. Now, if you guys remember, I had a bariatric, I had a bigger Commode. Didn't have a cover on it. I put a lid on it from like a tote, you know. And that's the one I had over there, and it was the one I could sit on and talk to you guys. Well, the benefit to that is that I can take care of my own business. The Commode that I'm using now, I can take care of my business when I go number 1, but I can't take care of my business when I go number 2 because there's no space for me to move. Let's just leave it at that. But since I'm going number 2 in the bathroom, we went ahead and swapped them out and said, you know, now that I can make it to the lavatory okay, I can do all that myself. However, one of the possible side effects of this is nausea and possibly diarrhea. So we're preparing that we may need to put the other Commode back, the big Commode back. However, here's why, one of the reasons we switched it. That Commode has one long plastic seat. And it was a gift. I'm not complaining. I'm just, my review of the Commode. The Commode has one long plastic seat. And I guess if you're wide enough, you can spread your weight across it. But I'm just not wide enough. Like it's got good room for me to move around. But what I think is happening is I'm putting all my weight in the center. And what it's doing is it's kind of bowing and it's allowing the bucket to fall out. The bucket is just on these two metal glides. So what I had an idea last night was I said, if we get a 5-gallon bucket that's tall enough or the right size, then we can suspend the Commode bucket on the 5-gallon bucket, and that will just basically hold it up. So it won't be connected to the Commode anymore. It'll be sitting on the top of a 5-gallon bucket, and we can adjust the Commode to the right height. This way it will, it'll be easier to clean, and we won't have to worry about accidents. And God forbid the bucket did fall, if I knocked it in or whatever, it would fall into the 5-gallon bucket, not all over the floor. So hopefully that will work. We're going to do some measurements today, Jimmy said, because he put it out in the utility room already. So we'll do some measurements. We'll see. We'll see what works. We'll see if it will work. That's my fingers crossed, everyone. Jim said, oh, the 5-gallon, he's so cute, because not that he's clueless, but he said, a 5-gallon bucket's very expensive. I was like, I don't think so, like $5 or $6. He's like, why don't we get one? We'll put cat litter in the bottom, and you can just use it until it's full, and then we could throw it in the garbage. I was like, first of all, nobody wants to find a bucket of human feces. I don't even know that it's legal. I said, secondly, no, that's not going to work for me. So we're trying to figure out a way to make it where it's convenient for everybody. It's easy for everybody. I don't even know that I'll need that one, because I don't know if diarrhea will even be a side effect. In fact, it's not a common side effect, but it's the most common, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't happen to a lot of people, but out of all of the side effects that could possibly have, that's one that happens to more people than other side effects, if that makes any sense. But they're all very individual. And I actually said to her, I was like, does that mean I should stop taking my laxative and stool softener? She's like, not yet. See how it affects you first. I was like, okay, good. She's like, they don't want you to get backed up either. So we'll see. So that's just all of the plans we have. But today we're going to move the Commode that I'm currently using over here. Where Julie's like, oh, you won't be able to get into your dresser if we put it there. I was like, no, we're not going to put it there. We're going to put it here. Because I could still scooch to the edge of the bed and pivot and get in it without taking 1,000 steps or whatever. So that's the hope, that's the dream, that's the plan. Now I have to tell you the truth in full disclosure. Jim and I haven't slept. We used to switch sides periodically, like every 6 months to a year, like 8 months, 10 months. Just be like, I'm tired of this side. And with the old mattress, it was like, let's like, your back gets used to it, so let's make it like it's a new mattress and switch sides or something. So we haven't done it in a very long time. Like, we haven't done that in a very long time. I realize that. Now, when we had our mattress in the guest room, when we were redoing the floor, we actually slept on the opposite sides. And when we go to hotels, it's not like a strict rule. It's like I sleep closer to the bathroom. That's really what it's about. But I didn't sleep closer to the bathroom like all of this time. Like, he was, when, the room was over here, he was on this side for a very long time. So it's going to be fun, because we haven't done this. We haven't swapped in a while. And my whole little setup up there, I said I've been trying to get him to put away. I want to redo the little wedding corner. I want to put it up there behind the TV. And now that he's going to be looking at that every night, I'm sure he'll get to that project. I love him. He's amazing. I think part of the problem, it's not a problem, I'm sorry. Part of what's going on with our relationship from time to time is that he has never been in a relationship before, like a girlfriend or anything. I have never had a boyfriend. I've had many best friends that I've been in love with, that we've had friendships, like you thought that was going to be marriage, but no. But he has never been in a relationship before, and has never really, doesn't really have tons of friends either. So it's like that whole interpersonal relationship thing is stuff that he's been working on since we met. So sometimes I feel like, oh, you're so clueless when it comes to women, but I know a lot of guys are, so it's okay. But I'm excited about the change. I have moved I don't even know if you guys even know this if I showed you, but the 2 tables that had the air purifier and the water vaporizer on them used to be over by the light switch, and that's what's right across from me right now. I had moved them over that way so that I can access my walker easier. So he'll be able to move them back, so he'll have his whole side just free and clear, which is pretty much how he has it here. You know, his garbage can be there and he's all set. So yeah, I'm super duper like excited about this. I wanted to tell you guys really quickly, my videos are all out of sync. The phone is just really messing up the scheduling. So the phone itself didn't mess up the update. It was like YouTube Studios having an issues, but I've already sent that help me thing to it. But what it's doing is like I'm scheduling videos and it's unscheduling them. It's not saving the schedule. And then I'm putting on thumbnails and it's telling me an error uploading the video. But then I go on the iPad and I can see the video and I can see the thumbnail. It's so weird. So if I don't check on the iPad that it is actually scheduled, I have to, like, I don't know if I have to delete the app from my phone so I can just do it on the iPad. It's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. I don't know what to do. So I've just sent analytics to please iPhone slash, not slash, but and Google, please fix this. So, so there was a day that I scheduled a video and it didn't go live. And then I was like, oh, I put it live at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, oh, you get 2 videos this day. But then that day I scheduled the 8 a.m. video and it never went live. So then it went live today. Is that today? It might be today. And now the video that I was scheduling for today, I went ahead and made for tomorrow. So this video, you know, I usually am only a day behind. However, I kind of feel like it could be a blessing because tomorrow I start immunotherapy at infusion and I start my chemotherapy. Or I might have to start it on Friday because I'm bringing the pills to the doctor tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a long day. I don't know if I'll get to vlog. I don't know how I'll feel afterwards. So at least I'll have a day to catch up if I need to. I might come home and feel great and tell you how it went and just be like, blah, 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 like that. Who knows? Only the shadow knows. But I like this. I could sit here and watch my TV. I'll have to figure out something with like with a remote basket, you know, should it go here now or should it stay there? I don't know. Should I get a separate one? But yeah, it's very, very exciting as far as I'm concerned. If you want to know, I'm very excited. I think Julie woke up early. She's going to get some, I hear the coffee machine going off, so when I went to the bathroom, she yelled at me, do you need anything? I'm like, hugs and kisses. She didn't give me hugs and kisses. Why ask if you're not going to fulfill? Just kidding. But she's actually been an amazing advocate. She's really teaching me to stand up for myself and to advocate for myself and to care for myself way more. I didn't think I wasn't type of thing, you know? And when someone points out the ways that you're not, then you're like, oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Plus the food. Today she's making oxtails and collard greens. I'm like, are you kidding right now? Oh my gosh. First of all, I didn't even know they sold oxtails here because one of those things like, we don't have a ton of cultural foods. So you're like, we don't have that. But of course we do. She went to the butcher and oxtails, and they were not very expensive either, considering nobody buys them or rally or whatever. So it's like, cool. And then collard greens, I was like, oh, Lisa, you know, Lisa knows. I mean, Kelly might know, my cousin Kelly, because we worked at a group home the first time I had collard greens. We had a Southern cook who was the cook for the house. She did not cook healthy, we'll just put it that way. But oh, she was the one to turn me on to collard greens with ham hocks or turkey neck or... I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's a whole thing. You got to just be into it. But I'm looking forward to this a lot. And then I was thinking about stir fry for breakfast because she said there was stir fry left over, and she's like, see, now I would scramble this with eggs and make this for breakfast. And now I'm like thinking about it for 2 days. Let's go scramble the eggs. Let's get it for breakfast. Just kidding. She does a lot. So here is the part that I don't want to admit to. I hurt myself yesterday. I don't know why. I don't think it's because I dropped on the way to the bathroom yesterday. I dropped my tripod over, and the ring light cover fell and slid across the room. Coming back from the bathroom, I couldn't get to my grabber because the tripod was in the way, and I was afraid of like tripping on the tripod and the little ring light sliding on, you know, stepping on that on accident, sliding on the floor or whatever. So I put my leg on the bed and I bent over to pick it up, and I'm not supposed to bend over. I don't think it was that though, because it was so early in the day. But then we did other stuff. We went to look to try to get the rollator fitted and ordered, and then we went to Starbucks, and Julie ran into Aldi. Where else did we went somewhere else. Because she's like, let me just do this. And I was like, you know I have to go to the bathroom, right? Oh, she went and returned stuff for Mom at Walmart, which was sweet. Excuse me. Where did we go after that? I'm losing a moment. Yeah. But anyway, we had a good time out. So I was like, I don't know, did I get out of the car wrong? Did I rush to the bathroom when I got out of the car? Like, did I do something wrong? But I don't really know. All I know is that last night I got in bed like I always do, same way. I'm always most comfortable laying on my right side. And I just got this sharp shooting pain from my knee straight up my thigh, like just straight up the thigh bone. So of course my brain went to fudge nuts. What did you just do? I was scared, and it hurt. And it was like 10 to 7, so I was like, is it just like my 12-hour pain meds wearing off? Is it just my 8-hour pain meds are wearing off? Like, I take them both at the same time at bed. I was like, is it just, you know, like pain meds wearing off? Is it? I said, but honestly, since I've been on the gabapentin, I haven't felt pain. My level of pain. I felt discomfort. You know, occasionally you feel like it's tired and, you know, just like regular arthritis type of thing. But this was pain. This was like a 9 at least. And I got scared. And then I rolled over, and now I feel like, it almost feels like my knee is cold. Like inside, it feels like there's an ice cube inside my knee. Like, you know, that pain that you get when it's cold pain, like that sharp cold pain. That's what it feels like inside my knee. My leg is completely swollen, and it was last night, like right away. So I hope I didn't do anything wrong. We'll talk to the doctor tomorrow. So then we did a heating pad, 20 minutes hot, 20 minutes off, 20 minutes ice. That did help. I took the Tylenol 3, which is the one that I take sometimes if I need help going to sleep because of the pain, and I was able to sleep. In fact, I woke up at 4:20, and I swear I heard Jimmy's alarm clock going off, and I asked Alexa to turn on the lights, and he was like, what are you doing? It's only 4 something. I was like, well, I just heard your alarm. And he's like, no, you didn't. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. You don't like the lights up, go back to bed. So it was just really weird and funny at the same time, you know. I just realized she might have to stay on his dresser over there because of the Wi-Fi. We'll see. We will see. So anyway, guys, I wanted to update you on that today. Oh, and this morning, sorry, I didn't update you all the way. And this morning, I said the pain, where the pain has been like, and I say pain, but like the discomfort has been level at like a 5 or 6, just pretty much really since the pain medication started. Every once in a while, it'll be like twisted. Like the day after the doctor manipulates it, like the radiologist, the radiation oncologist would like push on, do this. And the day after that, it was like, oh, it's like a 7.5 maybe, because, you know, you shouldn't have done that. But for the most part, I'm treating it with kid gloves, and my pain is just like steady at a 5 or 6 normally. This morning I woke up and it's about an 8, 7.5. I was gonna say 7.5. It's bearable. But I can feel it, and I haven't been able to feel pain, you know, more than the 5 or 6 discomfort. I don't know. My pain, I feel like it's discomfort. I know it's there. It is pain. Don't touch it. I'll poke you because it hurts, but it's a pain I can live with. I know that sounds stupid, but that's how it feels. People are like, you sure it's just not a 1 or 2? I'm like, no, 1 or 2 is like eye strain. I feel like 1 is an eye strain because you get like this headache or whatever. I don't know. Everybody's got their own difference. Pain is subjective. What that means is some things are objective, some things are subjective. Subjective means it's individual to the person. It's a matter of opinion almost. Objective is fact. Fact is grass is green. Some shade of green, unless it's dead. That's not really objective either, is it? Objective is the earth is round. Whether or not you believe it, that's objective. And it's not 100% round, it's an obelisk. All right, no, that's not an obelisk, oblate. Egg-shaped a little bit. All right, what's a fact? The absence of color is black. The absence of light is black. That's what it is. And the absence of color. Jeri, I can't use words today, guys. Why are you even here? Okay. Let's start this one more time. But what's subjective is it's cold in here. How much pain you have. Whether or not cilantro tastes like soap. That's subjective from the individual. So, anyhow, what I've been feeling more than my knee pain is my shoulder pain. My shoulders hurt. It's weird because one of them is so round compared to the other one, isn't it? Hey, look, as long as I can dance when I'm done, I don't care. I'm going to go. Now I'm just babbling at this point. I love you guys. I do. If nobody told you today, remember that I love you. Okay? All right. And as always, you take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel.